All right. Thanks for jumping in. Gizzard got in here just as we went live, so you're jumping in live. Sorry about that. But nobody showed up tonight, so I was just going to go live here and go live. So in case a bunch of people were just watching and waiting to go live or whatever, it's possible I invite too many people to these things. I forget who hates each other and who it's okay with each other and all the rest. So it's possible some people are concerned about who's going to be in here or whatever. Well, it's just me and Gizzard, so if you want to join in, feel free. My goal is to go live on Wednesdays. I'll try to find a good time. Right now, I'm corking Chris's show, but he kind of quit doing it on the regular, so I gambled. But I don't know what time is best. This is 10 o'clock for the East Coast, I think.
Chris said he's going to start doing his every other week.
Yeah, that's what he said, but I'm not going to hold him to it. He's got a lot of stuff going on. So either way, like I said, I think this is 10 p.m. on the East Coast. So if that's too late for people on the East Coast, I don't know what to do. Because if you go too much earlier than this, people on the Pacific side aren't going to be able to do it because they're still at work for crying out loud, still driving home. So I'm not used to doing stuff in the early afternoon like this, or in the evening, I guess. To me, this seems like the early afternoon. So I feel like just when I get work done, this is when I'm doing stuff usually. I feel like I'm stopping doing that tonight, which is fine. But if it's if it's not productive, then I'm definitely not going to do it at this time slot again. But Gizzard, thanks for jumping in. Like I say, we'll go for a bit here and see if any of the people that are invited decide to jump in or are able to jump in. I did get a couple of replies, and it's hard to know if people who've never seen a project go through, if they're if they are just being polite or what, or if they're seriously just busy or something. I hope I didn't mess up. I'm trying to do two things at the same time here. It's probably screwing up. 17 seconds. And okay, that's a good one. Let's see. Ends. I'm bidding. If you can't tell, I'm bidding on something right now. Got it. So I think I got it at least. It's kind of hard to tell. My internet's pretty bad, and sometimes it'll look like I got it, but then it'll go, "No, you didn't get that." So anyhow, I'm just treading water at this point. But I figured instead of just staying off air, because nobody knows what's going on if you stay off air, figure I'd go on here. Were you in? I can't even remember. I tried to do this last Wednesday, I think, but too late with not very much advance notice. Did you jump in?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I think a couple of people may have jumped in, or maybe it's just people in the audience. I don't even remember. It's been a long time. But I have essentially 3 or 4 or 5, maybe. Actually, I probably have more than that. Trivia games, but I thought a couple of them might be just generic enough that everybody would enjoy them and be, not be behind the 8 ball on some of them because they're kind of just pop culture, food, and that kind of thing. Stuff that's pretty easy to be up on. So anyway, I have a poll going. I'm trying to do too many things at the same time here. I have a poll going about those trivia topics. One is music. One is called Worst Case Scenarios. One is Inventions. It's actually like dates of inventions. It's like a timeline series, and it's the invention deck out of the invention out of the timeline series. And then the last one is food fight. So like food trivia. So we've got a poll going to see who likes what, and right now it looks like music and inventions are neck and neck, with food coming in distant second, and worst case scenario, not even enjoying one vote at all. So with that coming out of nowhere, what do you think about that? If you had to pick one of those 4, I guess, Gizzard.
I voted for music.
And that's the MTV trivia thing, so it's essentially like 80s music, pop music, probably a little bit of flavored pop, but nothing more, nothing too far from MTV. That change your mind?
Makes it a little tougher for me. I'm more of a 70s music guy than 80s. I did live through the 80s, so I mean, I might do all right. Let's see. What it says, which channel?
Did I do the thing on? I think it was on, I don't remember. Probably on the gear one, though. But I don't remember.
I can't tell. I took the YouTube off. I can't remember what I'm watching here. Yeah, looks like gear websites.
I should probably be looking over here because then I can highlight stuff. Woods is saying he's watching old school Adam 12. I haven't watched that in a long time. I think I tried watching it, and it was not doing it for me anymore, so I didn't watch very much of it.
I remember watching that when it first came on.
So I don't think about that, but I think I remember seeing it in reruns back in the day when I was pretty impressed that it was like kind of cool as far as TV shows go. But I thought it was in the 50s or some shit.
No, 70s.
Oh, it was just trying to act like the olden days?
Adam 12?
Yeah. Isn't that the one that was like the 50s black and white? You know,
You thinking of Dragnet maybe, or
Dragnet maybe? Okay. So maybe I am thinking of Dragnet, and maybe I'm not thinking of Adam 12.
Adam 12 was Kent McCord and Martin Milner, I believe.
Well, that almost never works for me.
They were LA cops.
I'm actually probably
Black and
pretty
white.
bad at trivia because I don't retain that stuff very well. Every once in a while, I remember some actor's name or something. But most of the time, I don't pay much attention to it.
Yeah.
I'll remember who they were in. Like if you go, oh, it's the sidekick to the thing in the one movie, then I'll know who you're talking about. But I don't keep track of their names. So I probably don't need to be this distracted by this. But I don't think anybody else is coming in. We've been going for 8 minutes. I guess we could try to go through to 15 minutes or something, but I didn't get any other emails saying, oh, I'll be late or anything. So, yeah, it's possible that people are just not interested at all because I sent this to a lot of people. And the goal was to get people who may not do stuff like this because nobody's doing anything like this, but to get people who would normally not, be out of context. They normally just be talking about 2A stuff, or maybe they only ever get invited to be a subject matter expert or something. So, this gives them a chance to actually talk about something besides nerd stuff or something.
I just wonder if something happened to the email because, like I say, I never got it. So.
Oh no, it's totally possible I didn't get it to you because I was just looking and I sent it to a lot of people, but I browsed through it. That's why I sent it to you on Instagram because I didn't see Gizzard in there, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
To your name or Gizzard. I just poke. I don't really write anything out. So I was just, I'll type like G and then click, 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 click. L, click, 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 click. So, and whatever it's called, the autocomplete figures out who to send the emails to. So I just know I see a Gizzard symbol, I send it to that one. So it's possible I'm sending it to like 3 different emails of yours, each week or something.
I had an old boss out at work that about 1 out of every 3 meeting invitations, she'd invite the wrong person because at work our list was sorted by last name and she'd just type the first 3 letters of her last name. Well, there was somebody else in my company with the same last name as me.
Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
They were getting a bunch of my meeting invitations.
Well, that's what happens to me in Ghost because I have like at least 4, maybe 5 emails for Ghost, and I'm pretty sure 2 of them go to like a full email box that he doesn't even know they hit, right? Because when I send them to a couple of his emails, nothing, and I still haven't figured out, been able to figure out which ones are the dead ones and which ones work. I just send them to all 4 now. Can you hear that dog making his snorts back there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Gotta spank that dog. I'll spank that dog for making noises. ruining the show. That's why nobody wants to show up for this show, probably. They're afraid of that dog making noises at them. I don't blame him. He makes a lot of noises. So we didn't really get a consensus on the, what do you call this thing? The poll. So we got an odd number of votes. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it, though, because it's actually more people than are in here right now. So I don't think anybody's showing up. I'm not afraid to have a swing and a miss. You can't get something started unless you start it, right? So hopefully the people that got the invite will go, oh, dang, that's a thing that happens each week. Maybe I'll jump in next week. So we'll do this at least another couple of weeks. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What is it missing? Unable. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there's a big hole inside of it. What does that matter? Does it matter that there's a giant hole inside of it? Let me think for a minute here. Where is that giant hole? Oh, that's on the back, maybe? That looks like the front. That looks good. Oh, that's the back. No big deal. Oh, man, I got 2 minutes. Sorry about that. I thought I had less time than that, and it was a pretty big decision. I just figured I would take a second and distract myself with looking at that. Damn, what was I saying? Sorry, I'm totally got distracted by a $700 thing in front of me.
Oh, you're talking about a swing and a miss. You're not afraid of a swing and a miss.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely not afraid of the swinging and missing. This is one of those, I suspect. So, but the idea is to get a bunch of people in here to have some fun, do something that's not necessarily nerdy, mainly just for their own sanity and their own ability to meet, because we don't get opportunities to meet when we go to these events. They're fairly rigid, scrutin, or what's the word? They're fairly full with the schedules get pretty full, and people just don't get a chance to hang out. So I thought, hey, why don't we create a place for people to be able to hang out? And again, we'll try this for the next couple of weeks, and to continue to invite some people. A couple of people did say they'd be down, if I made it at a time that they can get here. And unfortunately, it's people that know each other, but still, we got to start someplace. And of course, the ulterior to that, or the ulterior motive to that, would be that everybody gets to hang out in this StreamYard room. And when the chat is over, everybody gets a chance to chat, about whatever 2A stuff they want to talk about. Maybe, that can further something. If nothing else, it just lets everybody kind of know each other a little bit more. All right, so as obviously I'm distracted by something that is happening live that I'm going to keep being distracted by. So I'll wrap it up here. We almost hit the 15-minute mark. Am I blowing off anybody who's out there watching live? I don't think anybody's really said anything. So I apologize to Gizzard for wasting your time. You jumped off of Chris's show, but thanks for that.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's boring to do like a trivia contest with 2 people here, so I'm not going to bother with that. We'll leave the window open, or we'll put a sign on the window, I guess, to say come back next week. And I'll attempt to do a better job at informing people of the event or of the concept here. It's possible that I'm just creating something that nobody wants, but if it is something that people are down with, I'll do what I can to adapt to it. So again, thanks to our Patreons and make it possible for us to do that. The people that subscribe to what we do means I can not even think about it. I don't even have to hesitate that I'm going to try setting something up on Wednesdays to get people together and do that for the next couple of weeks. I really appreciate that, and hopefully it's creating something that it can be useful. With that, I'll throw a link up here to our store, or I guess not a link. I'll throw up a commercial for our store, where if you want to grab something, to put in your hand, put on your patch panel, put on your wall, then all of that helps us do what we do. Thanks again. Thanks, Gizzard. Do you want to plug anything as we head out? You do a show on Fridays.
I do a show on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central. It's called Foul Territory, and we'd love to have you there. Stop by and check it out.
Right on. Thanks again.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Oh, got some comments. Snobs out there. I know. Thanks again.